Welcome, I'm from is a Cubot X19 S, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this device. Now we're going to start off with a fairly simple one, mirror vision, which is only accessible on a little bit older devices like this one. And you can find it on the display. You can see mirror vision, then tap on the 3 bars and you'll have a couple of things. So we have the dynamic contrast. And here, now it is displayed sideways, but you can still see the content. So you can see this is the default one, but when you enable it, it basically lightens up the image while still keeping the shadows a bit darker as they should be. And you can kind of flip it on and off several times just to see the difference. Here's another one. Now some things will look way better with it on than others, so just keep that in mind. And also, oh, it looks like there's no other option. There's also this, but as you can see, has relatively light effect, I guess. So anyway, moving on to the next option, it's going to be the device theme, and there we go. And the device theme can also be found in the display section under advanced. So when you expand it and scroll down, you will have device theme, and we have a light, we have dark, and we have also the automatic one, which will be based on wallpaper. But because my wallpaper might not really change it right now, I'm just gonna force it. So when you do it, as you can see, our notification panel becomes dark, and there's a couple additional accents where you'll have this dark theme. So moving on to the next one, this is going to be more of a security option, and that is going to be located under security section. So right here, when you scroll down and select advanced, you will find show password option. Now this by default is always enabled, and personally I don't really like it. Now just before I actually disable it, I will show you what it exactly does. So I'm gonna quickly go to network, just because this is the easiest way for me to show you any kind of password. So once you start typing in, you can see the letter always appears whatever letter you press on the keyboard, which isn't necessarily the most secure thing you can have. So to combat this, what you can do is go here, disable the show password option, and now when you go back to typing in a password, you can see that it is immediately changed to a dot. There is no letter visible in here. Now there is still a letter showing up under your finger, but when you're pressing it really quickly, it's kind of hard to see this kind of letter popping up. So anyway, moving on to the next option, this is going to be to make the device feel a little bit faster. I guess that's probably the best way I can describe it. What it does is just removes animation. So anywhere you have animation like this kind of zooming in, as you can see, it's not the smoothest one. It does chug a little bit. It's not like this fluid motion as on the better devices. So what we can do to basically solve that problem is go to accessibility, scroll down, and simply remove animations. And that will just completely get rid of them, and everything will pop into place instantly. Now also, you might save a little bit of time on this as well. And moving on to the last option, it's going to be the adaptive brightness. Now normally this comes enabled by default, but on here it for some reason did not. Now what it does is basically it adjusts your phone brightness based on the environment around, and has a sensor that will basically detect how bright it is outside or whatever you are, and basically try to keep the brightness at a similar level to, so it feels for you adequate to what the environment you are in. So anyway, let's go into settings, and then again display, and battery display, there we go, and there we go, it's actually right at the top, adaptive brightness. And once you enable it, as you can see, it already brightened it up a little bit more, but you can also manually tweak it. Now the way this works is right now at this brightness, when I changed it to a little bit lower, if I get into a darker area or turn off the lights, the brightness of the display will fall down even less. And same goes the other way around. If I get outside where I would have blasting sun, it will get brighter than this. So anyway, this will conclude all the tweaks and tricks that are on the show, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.